The Clockwork Conspiracy by Matthew Meyer. The year was 1883, and Manchester roared with the rhythm of machines. Smoke curled into the overcast sky, billowing from chimney stacks as steam trains screeched through the city's iron arteries. Inside a cluttered workshop tucked between a textile mill and a soot-stained bakery, Sebastian the Blue Squid, humanoid alien and self-proclaimed gentleman of intellect, adjusted his brass-rimmed goggles and tightened a valve on the whirring automaton before him. He was an oddity in this city of coal and steel, though no one knew just how odd. With his blue skin, glowing turquoise eyes, and tentacle-like appendages cleverly tucked beneath a wide-brimmed hat and heavy wool coat, Sebastian passed as an eccentric foreigner. In truth, he was not from any known nation, but from a star system light years away. He served as an assistant to Professor Thaddeus Pembroke, a respected and delightfully oblivious inventor who was attempting to build a mechanical prosthetic for wounded war veterans. Sebastian admired the professor's compassion and found the work soothing, even therapeutic. But one evening, while returning from the apothecary, Sebastian noticed an unfamiliar vibration in the earth beneath his boots. Something was humming, something distinctly alien. His sensitive tendrils twitched beneath his coat. The signal wasn't natural. It was a beacon, one he recognized from his people's deep space recovery systems. The signal was weak, but enough to lead him north, to the Scottish Highlands, where rumors spoke of a meteorite that had crashed some years ago. Only, it hadn't been a meteor. Under the guise of visiting a distant cousin, Sebastian took a steam train to Inverness, then a carriage through the rolling, heather-covered hills. He eventually reached Loch Drummond, a foggy basin surrounded by whispering pines. There, in a rocky glen, he found the site, scarred earth, scorched stone, and traces of xenium alloy embedded in the rock. He knelt, brushing a gloved hand over the ash. "No," he murmured. "Someone's taken it." He was not alone. A clicking sound echoed behind him. Gears turning. "Curious creature, aren't you?" said a voice, smooth and cool as mercury. A man stepped into the clearing. He wore a dark overcoat stitched with fine gold thread. Behind him, a spider-like automaton clattered forward, 8 legs gleaming in the moonlight. "I am Dr. Ignatius Blackmore," the man said with a bow. "Perhaps you've read my paper on magnetic resonance propulsion?" "I have," Sebastian replied, standing. It was riddled with theoretical flaws and morally questionable. Blackmore smirked. "That's rich, coming from an alien." Sebastian froze. Blackmore held up a small crystal, a fragment of Sebastian's own crash scout vessel, now glowing with volatile energy. "I know what you are, Sebastian. Or shall I call you ambassador of the outer realms? I've studied your kind's remnants for years. You may pass as one of us, but you are far from it. And now, thanks to this crystal, we shall transcend the stars." Back in Manchester, Sebastian returned to the workshop, troubled and quiet. Professor Pembroke noticed his mood, but Sebastian deflected. He worked late that night, alone, analyzing traces of the crystal's radiation on his tools. Within days, news began to spread. Strange lights above Yorkshire. Steam-powered automatons behaving erratically. An explosion in Leeds, a test Sebastian realized. Blackmore was building something monstrous. Using both his knowledge of alien energy and Pembroke's access to industrial suppliers, Sebastian tracked the parts being ordered: gyroscopes, focusing lenses, adaptive exoalloy shells. It was a weapon, powered by alien energy, capable of bending gravity and destroying matter. "Professor," Sebastian said one night, "if you trust me, truly trust me, I must go. There is a danger, and I must stop it. And you must never ask what I am." Pembroke, adjusting his spectacles, simply nodded. "Whatever you are, Sebastian, you're the finest assistant I've ever had. Go." Beneath an abandoned factory on the outskirts of Manchester, Blackmore had constructed a laboratory of terrifying ambition. At its center stood the ether cannon, a towering device pulsing with alien light, tethered to a chrysalis-like reactor made from the core of Sebastian's lost vessel. "You're too late," Blackmore said as Sebastian arrived, tendrils now visible in the glowing heat. With this machine, I shall rip open the veil of space and claim dominion over time and matter. Sebastian stepped forward, arms raised, not to fight but to reason. You don't understand. That energy is alive. You're not controlling it. You're feeding it, and it will consume everything, including you. Then let it, Blackmore hissed. I was never meant for this petty world. The cannons surged, lights flickered, alarms blared. Sebastian rushed forward, leaping onto the console. His skin glowed with bioluminescent pulses as he interfaced directly with the energy. Memories flooded his mind, his starship, his people, the crash, and the living core. You remember me, he whispered to the energy. Let me help you go home. With a blinding pulse of blue and gold light, the energy receded, collapsing the cannon into itself. Blackmore screamed as he was flung across the chamber. The machine was inert. The threat ended. Weeks passed. Manchester returned to its smoky rhythm. The incident was covered up as a boiler explosion. Blackmore vanished, presumed dead. Only Sebastian and Pembroke knew the truth. In the workshop, Sebastian returned to his quiet work, polishing gears and calibrating valves. Will it come back? Pembroke asked one afternoon. Sebastian smiled faintly. The universe is vast, but sometimes kindness and understanding are stronger than power. He turned to the window, where a boy and his clockwork prosthetic played in the snow outside. Peace, for now, had been restored.